Hello, and welcome to Season 4, Race 13 of my F1 2021 Mighty Guru mode with Rockstar Energy Racing. Uh, we are here in Zandvoort for the Dutch Grand Prix, and just got done with qualifying. Charles Leclerc just barely edged out Pierre Gasly, who is looking for his fourth win in a row in the AlphaTauri. Edged out Gasly for pole. Our teammate Christian Lundgaard's in third. And myself and Lundgaard are separated by the two McLarens. And I actually just barely got Actually, I got P6. I thought I got P7, but I guess we got P6. I guess normally in qualifying, if there's a exact same time, then the tiebreaker goes to the person who set it first. But in this case, I guess because it's one shot, it just defaults to the player if there's a tie like that. But yeah, that's how qualifying looks as of now. P6, not too shabby. We'll see if there are any grid penalties that come out of this that advance our position. But yeah, should be a interesting race. Probably a long one. I don't think we're going to win, but just try to get maximum points.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it. Why do you think you weren't as quick as your teammate today? Do you have any comments about this team? Appreciate your time.
Alright, let's take a look at how things are shaping up weather-wise. All clear for the race. R&D, we still have some things coming in that are scheduled to come in, all ultimate upgrades. I think we're officially going to be, once the chassis comes in, we'll be maxed out on the three main ones, and then we'll just have a few things to go on the durability side of things, and then the car will be fully maxed out. And if you're wondering the progress history, you see we're still clearly the best car, pure pace-wise, though obviously it didn't translate necessarily to qualifying. Championship standings, we're ahead of Lando Norris by about like not 87-ish. That's just rough math off the top of my head. Yeah, I think 87 points ahead of Norris. Gasly's coming up there, but he's still a long ways back. So we'll see how his story progresses through the rest of the season. And yeah, that's pretty much it. No commentary. I'm doing some podcast listening, but I hope you enjoy the Dutch Grand Prix.
For years, the passionate Dutch fans have been easy to find trackside at races across Europe and throughout the world. Now, at long last, they have a Grand Prix to call their own. It's a warm welcome once again to all of our viewers in the Netherlands and around the globe as we get underway for the Dutch Grand Prix. A lap of this short 2.6 mile Zandvoort circuit features 14 corners, 10 to the right and 4 to the left. The main straight is 678 metres long and heads into turn 1, the Tarzan corner. With DRS down the main straight into the braking zone, That could be the best overtaking opportunity on the track. With the Grand Prix nearly upon us, Anthony Davidson is by my side once again to offer his perspective. Let's have a chat about McLaren. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position with Pierre Gasly alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Lundgaard, Norris, Daniel Ricciardo, the owner driver, Perez, Sainz, Mick Schumacher and Valtteri Bottas, Tsunoda, Giovinazzi, Nicholas Latifi and Russell, Hamilton, Stroll, Jack Aitken and Max Verstappen, Joe, Mazepin, Ocon. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty, and Callum Islet. And with preparations almost...
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish. Okay, how was the pull away? You'll have a bit more grip than that on the start, but we need to warm the tyres properly now. Make sure you get some heat into the brakes as well. The drivers we're racing are Ricciardo and Perez. Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected. Dries seem like the best tyre for now. Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid has formed. Be ready with the clutch. There's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time and there are no plans for a safety car right now. DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. The gap to the car ahead is increasing by a few tenths per lap. The car behind is dropping back by about 3 tenths a lap. Our gap to the car in front is 1.5 seconds. You have P5, P5. Ricardo is ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 1.5 seconds. They're on old softs. Norris is behind you. The gap is less than a second. They're on old softs. The gap to the leader is 7.7 seconds. 6 laps until your pit window is open. 31 laps to go. A new strategy is available on the MFD. Got that confirmed? Gap to car in front is 2.8 seconds. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the hards. The gap to the car ahead is 4.2 seconds. P5, you're in P5. Ricardo ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 3.9 seconds. They're on old softs. Norris behind. Less than a second separate you. They're on old softs. Our gap to first place is 14.4 seconds. Your pit window opens next lap. 26 laps to go. Box, box. We're coming in this lap. No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Gap to teammate ahead is 16.0 seconds. Okay, gap ahead is 4.3 seconds. Christian is in the pits. Christian in the pits. Right, come in at the end of this lap. Affirmative, medium tyres at the next stop. Go, go, go. You'll be racing on the exit. Go, go, go. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track. Keep pushing. You're gaining on the car ahead. You're increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 per lap. Gap to car in front is 3.6 seconds. The gap to the car ahead is 4.0 seconds. Okay, there appears to be an issue. We're currently investigating. Okay, looks like a mechanical failure. We're going to have to ask you to find a safe spot to retire. Sorry about that. This is serious. We need you to retire as soon as possible. Are you okay? That was a nasty hit. Turn the engine off and wait for the marshals.
It wasn't always plain sailing today, but a very important win nonetheless. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
The faces on our top three look so incredibly happy as they make their way up to the podium. A much-deserved victory and a brilliant performance from them all. Our championship leader is still sat at the top of the standings, but their rivals have made up some solid ground today. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Let's give it to Esteban Ocon. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. The current leaders continue to extend their lead at the top. Meanwhile, good work from Aston Martin this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. Well, Ants, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Alright, that was the Dutch Grand Prix. Unfortunately, a shorter one, as we got another engine failure. I believe that's our second of the season. And it happened at an interesting point in the race, because we had gone through the pit stops, and I think I was pretty secure in 5th place. I was pulling away from Sergio Perez a little bit each lap, and yeah, I was basically going to be in like sort of this no man's land where I was slowly pulling away from the guy behind me, but Charles Leclerc, who was in front of me, was going to just pull away. So yeah, that's kind of interesting in that regard. We would have been on for 5th place, but just didn't work out that way. But on the good side, our teammate Christian Lundgaard, and which kind of surprised me, because Lundgaard, he won the race, but he was running second after the pit stop, so at some point he must have passed Pierre Gasly and stopping his winning streak, stopping him from going 4 in a row. So yeah, it's nice to see Lundgaard get a victory. I'm happy about that. He jumps up in the standings to 5th at 109 points, right behind Charles Leclerc. Pierre Gasly is 100 points back, and Lando Norris is 77 back now after that race. So, oh, and actually we'll look at the constructor standings as well. We still lead by 94 over McLaren, 133 over Ferrari. But AlphaTauri, I think AlphaTauri, if Gasly continues to be on this form, I think they can get at least 3rd in the constructors. But we'll see. So there you go. That was the Dutch Grand Prix. Your teammate Christian Lundgaard getting the dub.
Bad luck today. That must be incredibly disappointing. Your car seemed to be having some problems there. What was the cause? Your teammate took the #1 spot. Does that make you happy or jealous? You lost to your teammate today. Was it just not your day? You got really unlucky out there today. Who's to blame for that failure? Great. Well, that's everything.
Huh, I noticed there must have been a glitch there, because I did answer 2 interview questions, and actually in the last interview I answered 3 questions, but for whatever reason, there must be some weird glitch there, not sure. See, it looks like it was a turbo failure. Let's go to R&D durability. Guess we'll get the ICE failure analysis. And those other upgrades won't come in until after. That last ultimate chassis won't come in until after Singapore. Actually, after Italy, I should say. So we've had 1 MGU K failure and 1 MGU H failure this season.
Our new parts have completed without issue. They'll be on the car, ready for the next race weekend.
Alright, that's it for the Dutch Grand Prix. We'll see you next time, where hopefully we'll have a better outing in the Italian Grand Prix.